Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So, continuing with the series on ecology and environment videos, today we are going to start our next topic, that is biogeochemical cycling. So, the basic intro about biogeochemical cycling is that is the chemical substances have elements. The elements such as oxygen, carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, phosphorus, etc. They work on the law of conservation in the ecosystem, or we can say in environment. These elements are then taken by any organism from the environment and they form a part of the cell protoplasm. Then again, by passing through cycling form, they end with the help of other organisms, they are again returned to the environment as they were, that is in their original form. So what is the definition of a biogeochemical cycling then? It is a pathway by which a chemical element or molecule moves through biological, that is through organisms, geological, that is through rock element, and the chemical, that is other elements or the compartment of the earth. So this is a basic diagram representing the biogeochemical cycling that occur in the environment, or we can say in nature. So there are two phases, or we can say two parts of a biogeochemical cycling. First is the reservoir pool and second is the exchange pool. So what is the reservoir pool? It is the primary source of the element or the nutrient store house of the chemical. We can say here the chemical element is locked, or we can say retained for a longer period. Then they are large and abiotic factor is considered here, that is non-living. It comprises of non-living part. Then it is less active and exchange of element is also very slow. For example, we can say atmosphere in the nitrogen cycle is a reservoir pool. Then exchange pool, so it is characterized by a rapid exchange of the elements. It holds element for a shorter period of time. It is small and is represented by biotic factors, okay, with some minor parts of abiotic phase also. For example, plants and animals in nitrogen cycle. Then interconnection with biotic community, that is producers, consumers, and at last decomposers. And reservoir is connected to biotic community through human activities also. Then there are basically three types of cycles, biogeochemical cycles, that we are going to study. That is, first is the gaseous cycle, that is oxygen, carbon, and nitrogen cycle. In case of hydrologic cycle, that is the water cycle, okay, and in case of sedimentary cycle, the phosphorus and the sulfur cycle. So first of all, we are going to start with nitrogen cycle. So, it is the process by which nitrogen is converted between its various chemical forms. This transformation can be carried out both by biological and physical processes. There are various forms of nitrogen. Basically, two are considered here. That is, first is organic and inorganic phase. In inorganic phase, simply nitrogen gas is here, and in organic phase, ammonia, NO2 negative, NO3 negative, N2O and NO are considered. Then the history of nitrogen cycle, we can say. So Central Research Laboratory in USA isolated an enzyme, that is nitrogenase, from the bacteria, that is Clostridium pastörianum, in 1960. Then again later on M.W. Bejernik discovered rhizobium in 1897. Then importance of nitrogen. What is the importance of nitrogen? Why we are considering it, or why we are studying its cycle all about? That is, it is a part of amino acids, proteins, nucleic acid, that is DNA and RNA, and is often a limiting plant nutrient also. Okay, so nitrogen is of biological importance. In atmosphere, it is 79%. Nitrogen is in the atmosphere is in present of inert form, and it cannot be used by living organism as it is. Okay, so mostly organism use nitrogen in the form of nitrate ions. These nitrate ions from the environment are then taken by plants. It change into amino, that is NH2 group, and other nitrogenous compound, and goes to the protoplasm. So Now consider the steps of the nitrogen cycle, the basic steps. First is the nitrogen fixation. How nitrogen is fixed, that is by three forms, that is by biological fixation, non-biological fixation and industrial. Then nitrogen assimilation, then ammonification, then nitrification, that occurs in soil and then in ocean, then denitrification and sedimentation. So first of all, nitrogen fixation. So it means either oxidation or reduction of nitrogen. It is possible by following process. First is the biological nitrogen fixation, as the name suggests, that is fixing of nitrogen by the living organisms. So some symbiotic bacteria, blue-green algae and some free living bacteria. Symbiotic bacteria are those which lives in association with some other organisms. They are able to fix nitrogen as in the form of organic nitrogen, that is from inert form to organic form. That is, the example of symbiotic are the Rhizobium, Nostoc and Anabaena, and free living world were the Azotobacter, Clostridium and Dergia. Then again, free living are classified under two categories. First is aerobic and second is anaerobic. Aerobic are those that work under the presence of oxygen, or we can say those who require oxygen to perform their activity, and anaerobic do not require oxygen. So Nostoc anabaena and Azotobacter pseudomonas and Chromatium chlorobium. Then the physicochemical or non-biological nitrogen fixation. So in this process, atmospheric nitrogen combined with oxygen as a form of ozone during lightning or electrical discharge, that is during, we can say, thundering in the clouds, and they produce different nitrogen oxides. Different forms of nitrogen oxides are formed due to that. As you can see, N2 plus 2O, by electric discharge 2NO is formed, and in this NO2, in this N2O5. So nitrogen oxides get dissolved in rainwater later on, and they reach the earth's surface. They react with the mineral compounds there to form the nitrates and other nitrogenous compound. For example, N2O5 combined with H2O, that gives HNO3. Then HNO3 again combined with calcium carbonate, that will give this, and CO2 and H2 as a byproduct. Then industrial fixation. So under great pressure at a temperature of 600 degrees Celsius and with the use of an iron catalyst, hydrogen and atmospheric nitrogen can be combined to form NH3 in the Haber-Bosch process. So this basically under Haber-Bosch process, in nitrogen can be fixed by the industrial process. Then the second step is the assimilation of nitrogen. That is, in this process, inorganic nitrogen in the form of nitrates, nitrites and NH3 is absorbed by green plants via their roots, and then it is converted into nitrogenous organic compound. Nitrates are first converted into ammonia, okay, which combine with organic acids to form amino acids of the plants. Amino acids are used in the synthesis of proteins, enzymes, chlorophyll, nucleic acid, etc. Then the third step is ammonification. So it is the process of releasing ammonia by certain microorganisms utilizing the organic compounds that are derived from the dead organic remains of the plants and the animals and excreta of animals. For example, the microorganisms involved here are actinomycetes and the bacilli, that is Bacillus ramosus and Bacillus vulgaris. So here organic nitrogen, that is in the form of proteins, used by bacteria and converted into NH3. Then the next step is nitrification. So it is the process of enzymatic oxidation of ammonia to nitrite by certain microorganisms that are present in soil and oceans. As you can know, nitrosomonas convert NH3 into NO2 negative, and later on Nitrobacter performs the function of oxidation of nitrites into NO3 negative, that is these are nitrates. So NO3 negative is converted into NO2 negative later on. So as you can see in this diagram, in soil the process is like this, that is 2NH4 plus O2 under the activity of nitrosomonas, NO2 negative plus H2O plus energy, and then later on NO2 negative plus O2, NO3 negative, that is nitrates are obtained. So first, that is nitrites are formed, this is known as nitrification, and then again in ocean NO2 negative O2 NO3 negative nitrates are formed under the activity of nitrobacter. Then the next step is denitrification, that is, it is the reduction of nitrates back into its largely inert nitrogen gas. So the main process is performed by the bacteria that are present in the soil. It can also happen by burning the fossil fuels also. So the denitrifying bacteria are Thiobacillus denitrificans, Micrococcus denitrificans, and Pseudomonas aeruginosa. So the whole process is like this, that is to NO3 negative nitrates, and then they are again converted into nitrites, okay, then NO, then N2O, and at last N2, that is the inert form. And next is the sedimentation process. So sometimes nitrates of the soils are locked up in the rocks while they are washed down to the sea or leached deeply into the earth along with the percolating water. This phenomena is known as sedimentation. Then there are certain human impact that leads to disturbance in the nitrogen cycle at present time. First is the combustion release of the toxic nitrogenous compound into the atmosphere, or by the use of commercial fertilizers, or the discharge of the municipal sewage, and also by mining. So this is the diagram representing the whole nitrogenous cycle, as you can see. So we can start from the first step, that is here it is atmospheric nitrogen. Then nitrogen fixation should be done, that is by non-biological means or biological means. In case of biological means, asymbiotic or by symbiotic. Okay, under asymbiotic, that is free living bacteria were there, so Azotobacter, anaerobic, Clostridium, photosynthetic bacteria, Chlorobium. Okay, then in case of symbiotic, that is Rhizobium is present in leguminous root nodule. Nostoc and Anabaena are present in coralloid root of Cycas, Anabaena in leaves of Azolla, etc. Then by non-biological, that is by natural, due to lightning and thundering, or an industrial fixation, that is Haber-Bosch process, and the result is that is we have obtained that form NH4 plus, and after that what we can see is it is converted into NO2 negative by Nitrosomonas and Nitrococcus, and it is also reduced again into its form by nitrite reductase enzyme. Then NO2 is converted into NO3 negative by Nitrobacter and activity of nitrocystis, and it is also got converted into this form by the activity of nitrate reductase, because it is nitrate. Then in certain cases, that is dead and decay of biomass is also got added by Bacillus mycoides. They work upon that, they convert that form into NH4, and again its denitrification took place by certain bacteria, and it got converted into atmospheric nitrogen. And here also NO3 got converted into atmospheric nitrogen by the activity of Pseudomonas, that is a denitrifying bacteria, by the process of denitrification, we can say. This is the step, that is here NO3 plants absorb it very commonly, okay, and that they convert into NH4, okay, that is by where they utilize it for to form proteins, amino acids, etc. So this process is known as nitrate assimilation. So yeah, this is whole about the nitrogenous cycle. This is the complete topic. So hope you will like my video, and if you like my video, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel.